This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 898, The No Excuses Guide to Getting Things Done, part 2 by Roger Lawson of RogLawFitness.com. And I'm Justin Malik. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the old podcast, the OLD podcast, Optimal Living Daily, where I simply read to you like a big ongoing audiobook with many different authors. But today's a continuation from yesterday, so I'd recommend listening to yesterday's episode first. And in just 5 days, it'll be the first of the month, which means it's time for another book raffle. I give away a book to a random person on my weekly newsletter mailing list on the first of the month. So if you want to be part of that, come by oldpodcast.com to join for free. For now, let's get right to part 2 and start optimizing your life. The No Excuses Guide to Getting Things Done, part 2 by Roger Lawson of RogLawFitness.com. Everyone has the exact same amount of time at their disposal over the course of the day, but where successful people differ from the masses is how they make use of it. In his book, Time Power, Brian Tracy highlights the importance of what he coins the golden hour. What the golden hour entails is simply waking up an hour or so earlier than you usually do and working without any interruptions for that entire hour. Now, an hour of working might not seem like a significant amount of time, but think of the long-term potential. That's 7 hours a week, 28 to 31 hours a month, 365 hours a year that came into existence simply because you committed to making it a habit to wake up 1 hour earlier. Is it hard? It can be. Permanent change is hard, and anyone who says that it isn't probably hasn't done it before. But take solace and find inspiration in the fact that successful people all around the world are doing just that every day, and you can too. Eric Cressy, 6:30 to 7 a.m. Brian St. Pierre, 5:30 to 6:45 a.m. Tony Gentlecore, 6:30 to 7 a.m. Michael Boyle, 5:30 a.m. Lee Peel, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. JC Dean, 5 a.m. Krista Schaus, 5:30 to 7 a.m. depending on time of year. And Ross Anamite, 4:30 to 5 a.m. Many of the people on this list have children, and all are entrepreneurs with a very busy workload. I'm sure that they would love to get a few more hours of sleep, but do they complain about it? Quite the opposite. They embrace it, learn to love it, and thrive because of it. These people aren't just waking up early for the sake of doing so. They're actively using this time to get after it, whether it is answering emails, writing blog posts, or what have you. I realize that such a drastic change to one's lifestyle can be difficult, so just try it out a few days each week and see how much more productive you become. Synchronize. During my internship at Cressy Performance, I got a chance to see some serious time management experts at work. Take Eric Cressy, for example. The guy is a machine. I've watched him bang out a heavy set of deadlifts and then for the rest interval head into the office and knock out a quick blog post like it was nothing at all. All of the staff can be found frequently listening to audiobooks during their commute to and from work, with Brian going as far as to purchase Dragon Naturally Speaking, which is a voice recognition software that allows him to create blog content while on the road. Talk about dedication. So what's the take-home point here? Try to make the best use of your time by combining tasks together in order to accomplish more in less time. Cleaning the house? That'd be a good time to catch up on some phone calls that you've been meaning to make. Cooking dinner? You can always watch an educational DVD while you wait. Stuck in the airport during a layover? Brainstorm some creative ideas. Sitting on the toilet? What a perfect time to read a book. The possibilities are almost endless. Use your imagination and see what tasks you can combine to free up some additional time during your days. Operation Distraction. How many times have you been in the zone on a particular day, like the Neo of getting things done, only to later derail your train of awesomeness upon the rocks of Facebook or some other distraction? 1 minute the sun is up and you're plowing through work, and the next minute, it's Wesley Snipes dark outside, infomercials are all over the TV, and you're wondering where the hell your day went. We're all guilty of this happening, which is completely fine, but it's when those brief distractions turn into hours of not getting anything done that it can start to become a problem. While I'm not successful by any means yet, one way that I've found to help eliminate this problem is to schedule my distractions. When you know that your reward for a hard day's work is right around the corner, it's easier to continue working diligently until that time arrives. Likewise, when your scheduled time is over, it's also that much easier to get back into the groove of things now that you've imposed limits on yourself. Personally, I like to schedule an hour of watching The Chappelle Show or playing some multiplayer in Uncharted 2 as my end-of-the-day distraction, But even then, I use that time to get in some static stretching or mobility work. Now I lay me down to sleep. How would you like to start every morning with a laser-like focus, knowing exactly what your tasks were for the day as soon as you woke up? Well, you can by doing as Brian Tracy suggests and simply planning your next day out before you go to bed. By doing so, your mind is actively at work figuring out solutions to the next day's tasks and problems so that when you wake up in the morning, you are in ultimate GSD mode, checking task after task off with amazing efficiency. Without such a list, the odds of you waking up and winging it for the entire day are decreased by a ridiculous amount. So no matter how you make the list, whether you do it in bed or while standing on top of your roof basking in the glorious moonlight, just make sure it gets done. Neo, what are you trying to tell me? That I can create time magically out of thin air? Morpheus, no, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to. That's an exact quote from The Matrix. I didn't change a thing. Nope, not me. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled The No Excuses Guide to Getting Things Done by Roger Lawson of RogLawFitness.com. And just a quick reminder that my next book giveaway is coming up really soon. To be in that, just join my free weekly newsletter at oldpodcast.com. And that's a nice way to not only show your support, but also get a weekly inspirational quote, life tips, see pictures from listeners, and a lot more. Again, you can join for free at oldpodcast.com. And that'll do it for today and this weekend. I'll be back tomorrow for Minimalist Monday. I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.